Sorry about that, a little bit of technical difficulty. But here's the thing. The whole story about this is how to beat seller stress. And as stressful as that might have been, or stupid as that might have been, it was a good thing. Because you finally get this offer, is this ugly freaking offer. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you don't have really a choice on what you get, and then you just have to deal with it. And I get it. So here it is, right? How do you beat stress? There's certain things in life, death and taxes. I talk to my parents about this all the time. Undue stress caused by moving. It absolutely is the truth. The third thing is something that you could actually do if you just were homeless, right? Or just lived in an apartment all your life. And some people just choose to do that. And you scratch your head, why does Aunt Lucy just stay in her apartment all because they don't want to deal with the change? Some people just don't like change. But when you want to change, this is the time to do it. And sometimes you can do it by yourself. That's why you have for sale by owners. And sometimes you need an agent to do it. And that's why I'm here. And that's why you're listening to me. And here's the thing. I can do certain things to mitigate as much stress for you as possible. But you also have to listen to me because I know the process. I know what you have to do. I know certain things you should repair, you shouldn't bother. But if I tell you I think you should repair something or replace something or stage your house or, I don't know, paint the freaking wallpaper, the 1980s wallpaper, you listen to me because I know what I'm doing. I'm not the only one that's out there telling you this, right? Or telling people this. I'm not the only agent in the world. And by far am I the best. I'm a decent agent. I do this I've been doing it for 23 years. So here's the thing you have to remember is that dealing with all these different things is, am I making a mistake? Am I doing the right thing? How do I know that this is the right way to do it? How do I know that this is every penny on the table? How do I know what the issues are? And just remember, it's okay to be afraid. And that's why you hire people to get through things like that. Some people are just so arrogant or so stubborn that they don't need to have an agent to do that. I get that. And sometimes some people just don't have the right fit to have an agent help them to do things, right? But if you're not in that position and you do need to move, you really want to go through every little nook and cranny and have to freaking worry about all the documents and negotiating and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. That's why it's such a big industry, right? And yes, you can hire the wrong agent. Just remember the temporary thing. Get through it as quickly as possible. Keep your head down and make sure things don't explode like this right here. This is what I used to shoot, 60 millimeter mortar. And this is illegal for me to have. Oh. Don't ask why. I have it, but I do. Hey, and they need to get put into an active adult community, a memory care unit, or what have you. And I don't care where you are, if you're in Timbuktu or Idaho. If you need help, let me know. I'm here to help guide you through the process. It's not that difficult. It's just you want to make sure that you have everybody on your side and ask all the right questions. And I tend to help you do that. So if you're wondering what questions to ask or what questions you don't really need to ask or that kind of stuff, let me know. I'm here to help you. This is my niche. This is really where I help people get through the entire process of helping your parents move on to their next chapter or put them in their final resting place and mitigating or getting rid of your family house. It's part of life, death and taxes, right? This is what I want to go through here right now. This talks about home value and how it goes up and down. See, look, and these are all opinions, right? Because at the end of the day, if your house is on the market for $899 and your house isn't selling, the buyers are actually the ones in control. So you can listen to the statistics all day long, and you can listen to them and say what they want, this and this. My house said it was worth this. You see, there's a contraction coming along, right? There's been a contraction over the last couple of months, and that's just something that we have to take into consideration. Here's the thing. Every one of them has said that the house is worth about $900,000, and why haven't we gotten an offer? We've gotten 2 offers, actually. They're way lower than what we wanted, and if it's worth $900,000, you damn better pay around $900,000. So not that I'm not doing my job. So here's something to think about, right? what's happening to the market. And this is really looking at, it's the Iran war, it's the lack of job security, it's the interest rates. We don't know what's going on with the economy. So we just don't know. So a lot of people are holding back. A lot of buyers are holding back. And if you have some people that think that they're smart, they come in and do lowball, like $200,000 off of a house. Yeah, it's not going to work. Thanks. Bye-bye. We're not going to work with that. Sellers are not desperate, but we also have to realize that we need to keep it where the market is. And that's what we do. And this website that I work with, I pay thousands of dollars to have this for you so that we can not only have your website and do this, we can also track what's going on in your house as far as how many people have seen it, how many people have seen this ad. And when we drop a cookie on that user, that ad gets sent out all over the place. This website doesn't really tell that. Yeah. There's another one that talks about analytics. This is really like a home user-facing website, so you can see everything about it. All right. Oh, did I do this? I didn't do this right. Let me get these numbers here. I'm just going to cut it short, actually. Here are the numbers right here. The highest sold is 17 million, 10% off of list price. Buyers control the market, right? $600,000 is the lowest home sold in Santa Clara County, sold for 100%. So we do have affordable houses. Vito, I want to look at that house that's 600,000. I'll do that in a second so we can get through this. The highest list price to sales price ratio actually went for 2 million all the way up to 3 million, rough numbers, 145% off of list price. And this one was 75% off of list price. So let's do this real quick and take a look. And we're going to look at client, and yeah, see, 2 million all the way up to 3 million. Crazy, right? It's a shack. It's just a regular house in Palo Alto. It's crazy, guys. Because I can almost bet you that the inside looks like it needs to be completely redone. And this is the lowest list price to sales price, sold for $1,000 over list price. And then this one is the highest home sold, this gorgeous home right here. 200 pictures. If you want to go take a look, you're very welcome to go do that. And then West Ridge sold for 1.7 million. It originally started at 2.2, went down to 1.7 because they missed the market. Why? Because there's nothing wrong with this house. This is it's a Lion home. It's a beautiful home, original, but there you go. All right, hang on. There you go. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching on Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.